Hello, everyone. Good morning and welcome to this event. I want to thank you for joining our 2024 NSW Small Business Month event, which is basically tailored for migrant and multicultural food entrepreneurs in New South Wales. My name is Elizabeth, and I am the founder of Food Marquis. Our goal is to ensure that every entrepreneur finds the right tools, support, connection, and information to thrive in the Australian market. Many of us came to Australia with tremendous capacity to become business leaders in our niche, but sometimes we face challenges entering the Australian market. Sometimes this could be due to reasons like lack of local knowledge, connection issues, compliance, and many more. For example, I arrived Australia in 2019 and I started a community food marketplace to make it easier for people to find quality artisanal food products and support their local producers. But then I faced a lot of challenges due to lack of local knowledge. So today, Food Marquis has partnered with the government through this event to support other migrant entrepreneurs like myself so they can have a soft landing in business as they start their own food business. So I encourage you today, please feel free to ask questions. And please don't feel any question is not worth asking. Ask whatever questions you have. Don't hold back. If we can't cover them right away, we will definitely respond to you by email or through our Facebook community. So please add your questions and thoughts to the comment section. And at the end of this event, you'll see a QR code on your screen, which is for feedback to the New South Wales government. Please scan that QR code and send your feedback to the Small Business Commissioner. It would help them know how this event has gone, and it would also help them know what we can improve on in subsequent events. So let's get right into it. And I'll be introducing our speaker for today, and that's Leila Louis. Thank you.
Today, we are excited to introduce our guest speaker, Leila Louis, who is the founder, director, and CEO of Food Business Consultants. Leila has a strong background in food science and technology engineering, and she brings a wealth of knowledge and expertise to the food industry. With over a decade of experience, Leila has held important roles in local government and state institutions. This experience has given her a deep understanding of the complex regulatory landscapes and compliance standards in the food industry. Leila is dedicated to equipping food businesses with the knowledge and resources they need to succeed. Her vision is to provide comprehensive guidance to businesses while ensuring they comply with all relevant regulations.
Hi, Leila. Thank you for joining us today. You have the stage. Thank you.
Okay, hello, Elizabeth. Thank you so much for introduction. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Multicultural Food webinar. I'm Leila Louis, the founder and CEO of Food Business Consultants. I'm so pleased to be here with you today. In today's session, we will explore the key steps to successfully launching and growing your food business, whether you are just starting out or navigating, compliance, exploring, finding options, and connecting with other, food businesses. I just share just a little bit about my own experience as an expertise in food area for few decades. So it's very, very challenging and steps when people starting the food businesses. And technically, when people coming, they don't have a local knowledge, it's gonna be so overwhelming to understand all the rules and regulations, and then navigating all the rules and regulations to starting the business, or after starting the business, again staying compliant with the old rules and regulations. But I know that how is important if you've got any mentor, any guidance to help you to just from the beginning until you are just, having the multi-million, businesses. Always you need to have someone to help you to understand about the rules and regulations beside the so many aspects in the food, how to run your food business. Today's session, it is related to compliance. I know starting the business, definitely in food business, is very overwhelming. And so many people, they think because food is going to be very easy because they do at home cooking and it's going to be only selling, but it's not like that. I just want to start to show you guys some presentation uh, to make sure we are on the same page. Oh, thank you. So, okay. So I know this session is about the home-based business, and technically you guys just have they invest and commitment to put your commitment for today's session. I'll just talk about the home-based business rather than just talking about the food business, about cafe restaurants, as you can see that, and so many options we've got. So what is the home-based business? It means that you've got the facility, you want to use your home kitchen to as a business facility to cook, and they follow all the rules and then sell your food to your community, to people, to customers, or sometimes just for the events like the birthday party, that type of things. But Australia has got a very strong regulations. The reason is that because so many food poisoning happening in Australia, and that is why they want to make sure they are saving the community. And because it's going to be so costly if they want to go through the getting the food poisoning and those things. Technically, the most important in compliance to just save the community, as you are a community as well. So, and staying in compliance, it's just it's so difficult somehow if you don't know the rules and regulations. But when you know the rules and regulations, it's going to be so easy to comply with and stay on the standards. So I know you guys gonna say that let us to know what is the how can we start from home. But before you just starting and very excited, you're gonna start change your home kitchen to business kitchen. There are so many rules and regulations, and sadly, and each state has got their own rules and regulations. And again, each council has got their own rules and regulations. I'll just give the example to you guys. For example, I'm based in Queensland, Brisbane, and Brisbane has got, for Brisbane City Council, has got their own rules and regulations for the home-based business, which is another city, for example, Gold Coast. I know you guys know that. They've got their own rules and regulations, even if we all live in Australia. So the first thing I encourage you guys before jumping and selling food and making food unlawfully, I highly recommend contact with your local government, your council, and to make sure they can help you how to set up the home-based business. I just get back to the Brisbane and Gold Coast example. For example, if you want to sell and make food in Brisbane, in your home, if it's gonna be something very simple like biscuit or cookies or something like that, you can use your home kitchen, as long as you've got the separate pantry and separate equipment for your business, and is not sharing with your house. I mean, the household, the equipment you use for your own house. So you can get the food business license and start your business. But if you want to use high risk food, like getting the cooking fish, meat, chicken, and that type of things, you cannot use your home kitchen, which is you've got for your family, you are using that. Technically, you need to have another kitchen just in your house. Some people, they've got the capacity to build a second kitchen as a commercial one, has got their own rules and regulations, and I'm not going to touch on that because it's so comprehensive session. I need to talk about all the rules and regulations. Or for example, but for another city, which is the small city in close to in 30 minutes drive between the Brisbane and Logan, exactly, people, they can use it, their home kitchen. It's just a little bit modifying that and they can make the some high risk food, as I mentioned, that like meat, chicken, fish. But in Brisbane you cannot do that. I'm pretty sure, because I had few clients from New South Wales and in Sydney, they wanted to start the home-based business, and I was have to contact with each local government, because as you know that Sydney has got the 5 different, local regional councils, and each one has got their own rules and regulations. So the first step for you guys, contact with your local government, and then just ask for environmental health discipline. They are the people, they can help you and navigate you based on your your nature of your business. Today we want to talk about the business registration. In some council they call that license. In New South Wales and Victoria they call registration. They've got the same meaning, there is no difference, and you have to follow up all the steps for each council, as I mentioned. That beside the food safety standards. Food safety standards is your master guidance, and which is very comprehensive, and you should have knowledge to understand that what is the rules and regulations in just setting up your business. It's gonna be home-based business, it's any cafe, restaurant, it doesn't matter. You've got a multi-million facility as a hotel. And beside that, when your facility is comply with the food safety standards and council's rules and regulations, you guys need to know about the food safety certificate, or they call that food safety supervisor. Food safety supervisor, it means that you guys participate in some training in relation to the food safety, and they teach you guys how from the beginning the food is coming until the food it's yes, Elizabeth, let me finish this slide. Definitely I'll get back to the older questions. Sorry about that. Okay, thank you. And so food safety supervisor certificate, as I mentioned, that some councils, they run free of charge, and you can enroll in that and get your certificate. But some councils, they don't do that, they don't have that much facility, and they encourage that any food handler, they go to the online, they find their food safety supervisor training online, and they go and finish their certificate. It is the very important part to start your business. And technically, they help you, they teach you in relation to operation from food safety, from the beginning food incoming in your house or in your business until you are delivering that. And after that, always when you get the food business license or food business registration, a council officer, they call that environmental health officer, they come and check everything in relation to make sure you are compliant. Okay, get back to all the question. I missed that, and now I'll get back to the slides. Okay, let me see what I've got so far. Okay. Hi, Laura. Thank you for joining. Hi, Kate. It's very nice to have you guys here. Halima, thank you for sharing the, what's that? Link. Okay, Kate, you've got a question. What is the official website? Where can I find those rules and insurance? Kate, insurance is different. Insurance business is not the government doesn't look at that. Technically, you have to just find it through the insurance, companies. They can help you and navigate you in relation to insurance. And the rules you are asking that, I'm not sure where are you based. For example, I'll just say that again, Brisbane, because it's very familiar to me. I'll go to the Google that, to say that Brisbane City Council. For example, if you live in Sydney, you say that Sydney, where is the location, the suburb you live that. If you are the owner occupied, if you are paying the council rate, you can find through that it is your council, and then you can find all the information. As I mentioned, that under the council's website, they call that environmental health discipline or environmental health department, or you say that food business, and you can find it through to them, food business registration, food business license. And another question you asked, what about cheese making? Okay, cheese making, it means that you wanna, it's first of all, it's gonna be soft cheese or hard cheese. This is the difference. And then if you wanna make it cheese, if you wanna sell to individuals, I would say that is not wholesale people. For example, I as a customer coming and picking up from you, you need to have a food business license or food business registration from your local council. But if you want to distribute to retail, and then you need to have another permit, which is from New South Wales, bingo, Sydney. Okay, New South Wales Safe Food, because it's the state government look at the cheese as a wholesale things, and this is the two different area. First of all, and for home-based business, you cannot get that for the retail, because it's got a very comprehensive, layout and everything. You need to have that, and food safety program. So does cheese making require separate kitchen? It depends on your council. I cannot answer this question because I have no idea. If you say that in Brisbane, do I need to have a separate kitchen for cheese? I would say that yes, technically, yes, you need to have that. But I'm not sure about your council. You have to contact with your council to just get those information. And again, complex. I cannot get the, yeah, I think Food Authority New South Wales. The link you send it to me, it is, I think that's the right link because it's referring to home-based, yes, home-based mixed business. I think, and hopefully you can find it, all the information. If you couldn't find information from them, contact them and send it your inquiry. They can help you. Yes, and all right. Any other question? Hopefully I haven't missed anything. Halima, there are many websites where you can find information. Of course, exactly. That is why I'm here as a consultant. I'm from Service New South Wales Business, and we have dedicated business who can guide you step by step on what's. That's great. That's good. That's good to see that you've got some support and guidance for a step by step. Okay, is there any other question? Have I missed anything? Great, thanks, Kate. All good so far? Brilliant. Okay, all right, so next slide. Okay, so beside those requirements I just touched base, I didn't go through in details because each business has got their own nature of the regulations and everything. And you can see that Kate asked so many very good questions, and you understand that it doesn't mean that one rule somehow applies for everyone. And so as I mentioned, that food safety standards is the master of the guidance for everyone. Doesn't matter you are in New South Wales or someone is coming from Cairns, the same, but just tweaking in some regulations for each councils, and we need to comply with the council's requirement. For example, for the commercial kitchen, so you need to have the separate hand wash basin, and it's got a separate dimension and sizing and everything. So this rules is comply for all over the Australia, so it's not negotiable. Okay, but for home-based business, it's just a little bit technically they can have the relaxation in some areas, basically based on the nature of the business. But, and as I mentioned that, for example, biscuit, cake, something is not the high risk food. And they are happy, some councils, to just help their businesses to start from home. And but in some businesses, in some councils, they are not really. They are very, very strict, like Brisbane. And okay, we had a very good discussion with Elizabeth before, we just helping you guys. And Elizabeth asked me, can you please give an alternative options to the to people they really wanted to start as a small business? I said, of course, I'm happy to just share that. It's not only you think about that, okay, I want to use but my home kitchen, and sometimes when you cannot comply with the council's rules and regulations, it doesn't mean that it's finished. There are so many other options for you guys to start your small business. Another option is that shared kitchen. In some cities, I'm pretty sure Sydney and other cities, big cities, they do have shared kitchen. It means that there is a facility is the commercial kitchen is being set up, and people, they go there and everything is there, chemicals and everything, and you just bringing your ingredient and some equipment if you really need to use that. Some culture, they've got there some equipment for that, making that food, and they have to have it their own equipment. But technically, beside that, it's been already set up for you guys to use. And you definitely you need to have the food safety supervisor training and certificate. And then you just introduce to council, this is the shared kitchen, I want to use it. And basically, after the putting the your registration and other requirement each council has got, you need to have that. You use that kitchen and you have your registration and license for a particular kitchen. You go there, and I know that you can just hire for few hours, as you need that, and you cook your food there, you store, and everything is happening there. And then you distribute food from there as well. Sometimes some people they do online, and some people they pick up from that place. Sometimes you can just deliver your food to your customer. This is another option I always highly recommend to my client. I said that rather than really wanted to just start for your home-based business, try this option, and it gives you some, um, some idea how you can run your own business for future, and rather than investing, second kitchen for your, home kitchen, and you don't know exactly really it's, you can do that or not. And another option beside the shared kitchen, it's for example, a cafe or restaurant or any other food facility. They do have a license or registration, and then you can hire from them. For example, some restaurants and cafes, not the cafe, restaurants, they don't work, Monday and Tuesdays. And they are happy to just you hire your Monday and Tuesday from them and get your license under your name or business name and use that facility for Monday and Tuesday. Again, it is another option for you guys. Another option is the temporary food store. Temporary food store, it's is the Saturday, Sunday or farmer market. You can get your equipment, your tent or marquee or whatever, and you get your registration. And Saturday, Sunday, or any event nice, because I know, for example, Brisbane and Gold Coast and in Queensland, it's very, very warm weather, I would say that. There is lots of events happening, and you go and with your license, talk to the event organizer. Oh, I've got these things. Can I come to your event? And there is some fees involved that you can use that one as another option. Another option as a small business is food trailer or food van, which is you are on the wheels, but it is just a little bit costly. I know for food van, if you want to have the trailer, it starts from 40K for the brand new one, and for second-hand one, it's about the 25, 30. Okay, Kate. No, there is no silly question. There is nothing. Okay, is it? I know, but approximately, what is the good reasonable price? Oh yeah, for rental kitchen. Yes, is not weekly basis, is hourly base rate. Sorry, and it depends on, yes, it depends on the things. And Laura saying that kitchen rental in Sydney are very expensive, per day around 300. In Brisbane, I know some shared kitchen. You guys can move to Queensland. You're gonna be my client. I'm just joking. And I think it's start between the 13 per hour based on but it depends on that. And one employer rented out aged care kitchen at night. Yes, that's an option. Yes, you can go there and just take that. Many kitchens, no many kitchen in Sydney. Okay, Laura, thank you so much. So you can go to your local, restaurants and talk to them and say that if you're not using your kitchen, I'm happy to do that. And to be honest, there is some good opportunities to use that, but you just make sure you've got a very good what's that? How can I explain that? When you are using the person's kitchen, to make sure you are having very good contract between them, just in case you need to just help you in the designing of contract. I'm happy to help you guys. It doesn't need to be as a lawyer, but something written document between two parties, because if you want to go to the lawyer, it's going to be so expensive. And no mini kitchen. How do we go about finding a shared kitchen or renting? Just Google. Mr. Google, or always use that. Yes. Or chat GPT. I'm just giving that things, they can help you. But Google, just say that shared kitchen in your area and it's gonna coming up. And just approach a business we know. You've got two things. You can go to if you've got any friends, they've got the restaurant, cafe or something like that, you can talk to them and say that, I want to use your kitchen. Are you okay with that? And how much is going to be cost for me? And what is those stuff? Local cafe restaurant may be more affordable. Fair enough, yeah. But make sure the local cafe affordable. It was exactly, I'm just giving this free advice to you guys. Okay, if you want to approaching them, because when you get the license and registration, you need to be there for 1 year and make sure that contract you are putting between you guys, it is the very good contract, because you don't want to just use and spend. For example, I don't know how much registration is cost for you guys. For example, in Brisbane, it costs for 1 year, similar to you guys, 1,000. And you don't want to just 2 months you've been there and the owner say that, oh, you know what, I'm going to just leave this to another person. You don't want to spend so much money for 2 months, and then you find it another place. At least your contract gonna be for 1 year. Okay, if something happens, you should say that, okay, if something happens, you wanna just move out, what's gonna be next to me? I've got, for example, 6 months left. Do you wanna just pay me my registration? Okay, Elizabeth, your question. You can also join home-based communities to contact with other businesses. Okay, yes, thank you, Elizabeth. Okay, so, all right. Thank you, guys. You're asking so very, very good questions, very knowledgeable. Thank you for sharing. All right. So now, do I need to register if I'm absolutely. If you are Kate, if you are serving food, is part of your wedding organizer and everything. I'm not sure what is your package. Yes, and you're gonna be as a caterer. I'm not touching about those stuff because it's the massive things. I want to talk to that. Yeah. So, what are the things to look out for or check in a shared kitchen? Okay, Lucy, that's a very good question. The shared kitchen, you need to make sure, technically, when you find a shared kitchen, contact with your local government, your council, and ask them, are they okay with that or not, before you putting and jumping all the registration. If they say yes, and then you go ahead with the other things, you have to do that, okay? Because I'm not familiar with your area. For example, if you've been in Brisbane saying that this, book to cook, is it okay, Leila, I do that? I say, yes, go for it, because they've got the council registration and everything, okay? They don't need to have a council registration, but the council must agree to use that kitchen. Does it make sense, Lucy? I think so. All right. So, okay, I touched about the government website, and so this is your first area. Contact with them and ask for the environmental health or food inspector or health officer, anything they call that. They are always good to answer to you. If you couldn't find those information from them, and I'm happy to just help you guys in relation to your inquiry, okay? But I highly recommend contact with them they should be answering your questions. All right. And yes, and also I want to let you guys know that there is some, I said that food safety courses, each local government sometimes they just give it the free. And also there are some grant you as a small businesses you can get that, but sometimes it's just a little bit difficult because they say that your business needs to be registered for at least 2 years, and then, or for example, your turnover of food for your business should be, I don't know, $300,000 per year or something like that. But again, there is some grant and opportunities for small businesses. I'm not saying that, but you should see that you are eligible to apply for that, for grant. If, for example, if you couldn't get that in that area because you are very new, but always there is an opportunity to expand your business and get help from government. Okay, so we talk about the things you really wanted to know that at this stage. If I want to share so much to you guys, it's going to be overwhelming. So somehow now, if you're going to be start your business, you've got the knowledge. Okay, there is a rules and regulation and compliance. I need to talk to my local council to find the information. If I just try their website, if I couldn't find the website, I'll contact with them and say that, can I talk to the environmental health officer? I need God, this question. And they always refer you to someone. And so for the starting your business, there is so many other options, as I mentioned to you. And the other things you need about the food safety supervisor, this is your master, you need to have that, to have the knowledge about the food safety. And the food safety supervisor, they give you that knowledge about the operation, about the food safety, about to make sure your food is safe. Okay. And staying on compliance, it's very, 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 very important. Never ever have, shortcuts, because it is very unlawful if you just serve food and make someone sick. And this kind of offenses is coming under the criminal law. And when you are getting the registration or food business license, it looks like you are having you are putting yourself in the risk. So I always say to my client, make sure you are staying compliant, never use shortcuts. And, it's very important. Definitely Australia has got a very strong rules and regulations. Okay. Any more question for you guys? Okay. I think, Lucy, I answered your question. Okay. Hi, Philip. How can I manage increased demand and mention food safety standards at the same time as the business grows? Oh, that's great. Do you think this can be challenge for business that are scaling? Amazing question, Flip. My experience as a food technology and dealing with so many big businesses and also small and medium-sized businesses, I would say that strategy, discipline is very, very important in each business and in our life. If you don't have a right strategy, definitely, even if in our day-to-day, life, we need to have the discipline strategy and, plan and how to delegate. You as a owner of the business or anything, I'm not sure what size of business do you have. So delegation and leadership and having the good strategy is very important. I've got the big clients like casino, do you think with 3,000 staff and so many things happening, so who's running the business strategy and discipline and all the things they've got that. So I always say to my client, and when I used to work for it council, I had a project for 3 years helping the multicultural people to stay compliant because they were failing and failing and failing. And in the 3 years time working with the people, multicultural people coming from another country, they brought the food safety culture. The main thing to stay them compliant, it was having the strategy, small task, and delegating to each people rather than one person as an owner. They cannot do everything all together. Hopefully I answer your question. How long this paperwork process took? Okay, great, Kate. You are very wanna just start with. Okay, before you just putting your application to council, there are so many steps you need to, you know, do that. It depends, which one you want to have, the home-based business, food truck, I don't know, whatever it is that. This is my job, always giving those steps, and then I'll put the application for them. And when you are putting the application under the Food Act, you've got 30 days to just finalize the application. So technically, from the sending the application and you've done so many things, it depends how fast you are, and you've got 30 days to start your business. Okay. Sometimes some councils are very quick. They do. I had my connection with council, Brisbane, and I put the application in 2 or 3 days. They've got the registration and they started the business because they've been ready. They've been having all the things. And sometimes some councils like Gold Coast City Council, they are very slow, and it takes at least 3 to 4 weeks to get that, even if I put all the things back to them. Okay. Lucy, I'm at the early stage of my food business where I'm selling to friends and people I know. Okay. Does the food labeling, oh yeah, thank you for just getting back to me for the food labeling and packaging law apply, or can I wait until they start selling to the large? No. Okay. Food labeling. Lucy, can you tell me where are you based, please? Can you put it in the comment for me? Thank you. Okay, guys, food labeling is important, and you need to comply with your own state. For example, for Queensland Health, you need to have the follow up the Queensland Health. Okay. Lucy, you didn't answer my question to just answer your question. Which city you are in, or which state? Sorry, I'm not really good. Which state, Lucy? New South Wales? Nora, I think so. I'm very bad in the name of some of the cities, sorry. Lucy, if you are in New South Wales, I believe that because this is for New South Wales, you need contact with, yes, thank you. Yes, you need to contact with your state government, New South Wales Health Department, not local government, okay? New South Wales Health Department, and contact them, or just search, in their website and say that food labeling and food labeling requirement, and just follow all the rules they are asking for. Okay, and you need to have the labeling is very, very important. It's not for your local government regulating. All right. Any other question? Seems I just answered. Okay. In general, which things are local council? Which things are okay? Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Um, it depends of the. Okay. For example, if you wanna um make food at home, for example, and we say that okay, your local government happy with that, and you are selling to not wholesale, okay, not selling to retail supermarkets and those stuff, this is your local government. If you cannot have the home-based business because the state government doesn't accept that, but for example, you've got the gelato, you want to make the fruit manufacturing gelato, okay, and you want to sell to individuals like me, coming to say, Lenny, can I have the food, and say that, okay, how many do you need, or just you say is the individual size. But if you want to, for example, sell to retail like Coles, Woolworths, IGA, something like that, you need to have the registration from your state government, and then you need to have the food safety program and so many other things. Okay, this is the different. If you are selling for the small scale, it is your local, but if you are selling for retail, it is gonna be your state government. uh, that's okay, Lucy, my pleasure. Halima, our business, okay, can guide you through the this. Very good. Thank you, Halima, for sharing. Amazing. Very good. Seems uh, New South Wales doing the old things. Very good. Kate, what if you are selling a cake to a small local cafe, local government? Because you are selling to the local cafe, is not a retail. Is it coming retail, but it's not the wholesale. It's just is it coming as a more caterer, okay? And then it's different. You need to have the food safety program from your local government. All right. I want to have home-based catering business, not to retail. Okay, just local people. Brilliant. I need the food safety supervisor. Absolutely. Yes. Yes, that's true. Yes, Lenny, you're in the right track. Yes. And before you just start everything, contact with your local government, your council, and to see that if you want to do the catering business from home, they are accepting. Okay. Do you remember I said about the different councils has got their rules? Because I'm not sure for your catering business what kind of food you want to make it, and I'm not sure what council they are regulating your business. Highly recommend before investing, just contact them, get all the answers. And I feel that I can see you guys. It is me, And I said to Elizabeth, I always have the face to face, It doesn't matter. I can see you guys. I can feel you. I can your energy, It is me. Thank you, Lenny. Okay. It's not something I'm just talking to myself. I'm talking to you, human. Yeah. Oh, hopefully next time we can have the face-to-face workshop. Why not? I love that kind of the face-to-face session, and talking about everything. That's good. Thank you so much for you guys very actively asking the question, very excited. I'm really happy you guys giving the energy to me, even if I'm not seeing you guys. Okay. All right, I think if no one does have any question, we can give it back to Elizabeth. If you've got, I'm happy to stay. Yes, definitely. Exactly. I love that. I love that these things. Yeah, and even if my time is very tight, but I love that kind of the face-to-face sessions and everything. Yeah, hopefully we can do that. No, we had a very successful webinar. I think the kids, people were very, very, uh, active.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you very much, Leila. It's amazing. Thank you so much for this wonderful time. It's been very, very insightful. And I hope everyone found this session really insightful. I just want to thank you for attending. Without you, we probably would have been talking to ourselves and it wouldn't have been this engaging. It's a very wide topic, and it will be hard to cover everything and all the nitty gritties that we need to cover. However, you have the opportunity to connect with other entrepreneurs who have been through the journey and exchange information, support one another. So I want to use this opportunity to welcome you to join our multicultural food business and entrepreneurs network on Facebook. And the goal for the group is for food entrepreneurs to connect. And I think I did share my story earlier on. I came into Australia in 2019, and I was kind of doing it alone and trying to find information, going, all around the internet. I was always fearful of not being compliant or falling into the wrong side of the law. And eventually, when I came through, I just felt we should have a network where food entrepreneurs can share ideas and move faster. So it's hard doing it alone, but when you have people that you can talk to, share ideas with, they can say, okay, yeah, you can find this information here or there, or yes, I use this person for my packaging issues, and I could use this food consultant and all the rest of it. It makes your journey like super easy. So I would say that yep, if you would um, love to connect, I would put the information
Yes,
on the
Sana has
screen.
said hi, Sana. Yes, she wants to have some. I think um, in the first slide it was my. Can we have my first slide, Elizabeth? It was my email
Okay,
address. Just please.
okay,
Yeah, thank you. The first slide, I put my email address, my
one
business
minute.
name. Take a
Okay,
photo of that. That's the only thing I
one
can say
minute.
that.
Yep,
The first slide,
the
please.
first slide.
Yes, the
Okay, yeah,
first one.
you can control that from your
Oh,
end.
I'm sorry. I'm asking you. I'm like, can you think so?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Uh, yeah, hopefully it is. Yes, it's info at food business. I don't know why it's half. The color is not the things. Food
Uh,
business consultants, yeah, dot
mm,
com dot au. Or you can, yes, you can, was it, just say, Google that food business consultants, and you can
mhm.
find it, all the information, just in case, the email. But I think email is correct, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Philippe. Thank you, Esther. Thank you,
Thank
Laura.
you,
Thank
Lee.
you, Kadia. Thank you, Lucy. Thank you, Shu. Yeah, if I'm hoping on Sana. Thank you, guys. I really enjoy you guys actively, as Elizabeth said, that just asking question. And I
Yeah.
don't, I don't feel I'm boring, because it I always love to have the face to face, to see the faces and everything. But it was the only opportunity Elizabeth gave us. No, I'm just kidding.
Don't
And
worry, you're going to have that very soon, and we would probably invite you to the group once again. And I know your time is really tight, but
very
yeah,
kind,
hopefully one
very
of these
kind.
days we would invite you as a guest
Elizabeth
speaker
was
on the
very,
Facebook.
very, guys, patient with me. She is amazingly. She was any contact, and you can believe that we had so many. She did amazing job. She was very active and very patient. And
Thank
this
you.
is like I made it, and you can see that I made it. It was midnight one night. I was making the slides to make sure. That's the only time I did have it to get to you guys. Hopefully you enjoy
Mm,
and just find the very key informations, rather than, okay, where should I do, where can I do. And if you've got my contact details, more than welcome, contact me. I can help you guys in relation to the starting your business. This is my job, to just make sure everyone achieve their goals and desire. Believe in yourself. This is my keyword.
Thank you so much, Leila. Thank you. We appreciate you coming here today. Leila is very busy, and we had to like keep communicating at different points to make sure that yes, everything was right on the spot, and we could pull this up successfully. So thank you so much, Leila. And Leila, I think you forgot to mention something, and I permit me to talk about it. So I was asking Leila one of these days, like, what would it take to like get like a food consultant to take one through the process of starting a food business? And Leila was like, it's not that, it's not very cheap, and to be honest. And so I was like, okay, what can you do for members of our Facebook group? And Leila offered that, yes, she's happy to do a group consultation, to make it more cost effective for small food businesses if you need to do a group consultation. So yeah, Leila, I want to thank you for that. And I'm hoping that we can find more opportunities like this as a group to leverage numbers to get better deals from suppliers, packaging, whatever it is. But let's see how we go. The journey is just beginning. For us as a community, and we hope that we can leverage this community to support one another to grow together. So thank you everyone for joining. In the absence of any questions, I'll say yes, we'll bring this session to an end, and our next event will be happening at 1 p.m. and that's finding the right support you need to grow your food business. And that session will be taken by Halima Toby. It was meant to be taken by Karen, but unfortunately, Karen isn't available. But Halima Toby, she's been helping us on the group as well during the last session. She is very good at what she does. She works with the NSW Small Business Concierge. So you come and find out what's kind of support you can get from the government. There's a lot of support out there, I tell you. So you don't have to like walk alone or do the grind alone. You can get a lot of support. So come in at 1 p.m. and yeah, you will hear from Halima Toby. Thank you so much, everyone. Do have an amazing time until I meet you at 1 p.m. I'm your host, Elizabeth Akisoya. Thank you.
Thank you, Elizabeth, for having me, and thank you, everyone, for just being very active. And hopefully we can see that each other in another session. And you're more than welcome, contact me. But as you know that I'm super busy, I cannot really put there so much, time, but if you want to have the group, what's that session, as Elizabeth said, that you can just contact with Elizabeth to just organize everything. Okay. Have a lovely day, and thank you.
Thank you.
See you.
We build a thriving community and create opportunities for one another.
Food Marquee's Marketplace. Better food, happier families.